I have a new friend. Say hello to Rocky, the kitty. Can you show off your little tuxedo self? Yeah, I know. We'll see if he lets me hold him for this intro. But yes, I am starting vlog number 2 with a new kitty. My husband's best friend had a mama cat that started hanging around his neighborhood, and she just gave birth a couple weeks ago. And so we got to keep the little tuxedo cat, and his name is Rocky. But he doesn't really like to be held that much, so that's all you're going to see of him. However, you're going to see me in the same outfit in a later on clip, because this is like not really my intro to the vlog. It's just me putting this at the beginning because I realized I was like talking about my cat and showing videos of the cat, and I never acknowledged that I actually got a new cat. So that's what this clip is. So that was my little kitty. And now I'm gonna go to the future. We are monsters. We give and we take. Hello, y'all. It's a new day. It's a new life. It's Sunday, and I need to read and tell you all the updates for my Tar vlog, okay? Let's start with Wind Weaver, because when I left off in my last video, I was like 300 pages in, and now I'm 400 pages in. I am 78% into this mofo, and we need to talk about it. I'm not loving it. This book literally flips and flops between me enjoying it and me not caring. Once again, this girl's gotten captured and taken. Like, this Wind Weaver girl just can't catch a break. She just literally can't catch a break. And it's like, there are parts of this that I'm so here for, and there are parts of this that I'm just so not here for. Like, I could literally care less. And so I'm struggling. I am struggling. I don't know how I'm going to ultimately feel by the end of these 100 pages. Sarah just finished our buddy read and said that the last 4 chapters really pick up and like pack a punch, and so I'm hopeful, because I think I have 6 chapters left. So I'm hoping that I appreciate it. But right now it's sitting at a solid 3, maybe 3.5, which sucks. I was expecting to live, laugh, love this book. Am I going to get rid of it if it's a 3.5? No. And if Fairy Loot was to continue, I might get the second copy, but I don't know. But I'm just sad because all these anticipated books are just not hitting. They're just not hitting. And it's like partially putting me in a slump, but also not, because I feel like I've been reading this book forever. I haven't. It's only been 3 days, but it feels like it's been forever because I'm just not enjoying it, I guess is the problem. So I need to finish Wind Weaver because I feel like the prop is going to drop today or tomorrow. So I need to do that. And then I just got from Barnes Songbird of Ballad and Snake, or Ballad of Songbird and Snakes, you know, by Suzanne Collins. I needed a physical copy before I start reading that, because Brittany said that we're starting Sunrise on the Reaping on Thursday or Friday, and I am buddy reading that with her as well, so I need to read Songbird. And I know I don't have to technically read that first, but I know that there are Easter eggs in Sunrise, and I'm all about catching the Easter eggs, knowing the lore. I need to know that, okay? And it's also a 500-page book, so I need to get crack-a-lackin' on that. So I will be starting Songbird soon. However, if the prompt drops, depending on what it is, I'll be reading that too. I'm not going to get a sightseeing prompt in for leg 3. I'm really coming in hot, just finishing The Wind Weaver, which is a long book, and I didn't know it was going to take this long, because I didn't know I wasn't going to like it this much. I mean, a beauty bee. I'm also editing Battle of the Booktuber vlogs right now, which is very exciting. I also figured that I would do this live. I got a package from Arcane Society because I finally have a Bookish Box subscription to them. And I'm so freaking excited because this is the first month that I joined was Stasia Stark's A Court That's Cruel and Lovely, which I love that series so very much. And it's books 1 and 2. They are continuing the series at the end of June, so I need to make sure that I get that because I'm going to want them all. But this month is Penn Cole's Spark of the Everflame, and obviously I'm going to continue that set because I love that series. So let's open this together, shall we? My rusty trusty scissors, which Larissa, or Larry, calls her Stuart. And I feel like I should have a name for this. You know what? We're going to go with Randy because my nickname is Randall. I know. Aaron calls me that. Don't ask why. I mean, well, it's because it's rainy. He calls me Randall Cunningham. And I call him Bertha Buttersworth for all that it's worth. Okay. So this is just a little note from Stasia Stark. Now, I will say, ooh, there's a pin in here. Ooh, I've never gotten it from here. Okay, so they always package their books very well. I do know that. So let's get it. Ooh, these are beautiful. Okay, let me unwrap them really quick and then we'll actually dig into them. All right, here's book 1, A Court That's Cruel and Lovely. Oh, there's character art. heart. All right, hold on. Is it the same? Okay, it's the same on both. But then, oh, that's beautiful. Oh my gosh. This is beautiful. Oh, I love this series. Okay, let's go to book 2. These are beautiful. I can't show you this scene because it's not safe for work, but I can show you the cover. And then also, these are so pretty. I'm so excited to have these on my shelves because I love this series, and I'm definitely going to collect the other 2 in the series, and then I'll have them all as special editions. So that is very exciting. So I don't have much else to update with you. I just finished dinner. I need to go get baby girl ready for bed. I'm going to finish Wind Weaver tonight. I'm going to hopefully start Songbird tonight. I'm going to edit a booktuber vlog, and we'll see where I get with my life from there. Conversations with Rainy on the road. And in today's episode, we are talking about Tar because I didn't vlog at all yesterday. I do have B-roll from yesterday because we went to the splash pad. We saw a giant baby alligator in the water. That was fun. But I didn't do a lot outside of that. Actually, no. I do have juggling clips. For you too. I went to a juggling class last night because my silks instructor was out of town. And so I figured I would take juggling instead. And we have this guest instructor from the UK that came last summer. And I didn't learn juggling with him last summer. And so I was like, okay, I'm going to try this summer. I literally could juggle by the end of it. Like, I could mother freaking juggle. I was very proud of myself. So I'm definitely going to go back to juggling class because I want to get better. And then outside of that, I am currently reading, which I don't know if I'm going to read this book for like 4 of Tar. I think I am, and I'm just going to use a power up to where the book doesn't have to match the prompt. Although Brittany said I could match this to the prompt, because the prompt right now is I don't know if I said this. In fact, don't think I did, because we weren't at this lake yet. We are now in the Lord of the Rings land at the Shire. Fun times. And so we have to read a cozy book or a comfort book. And I was going to read Caught Up by Liz Tomforty for this, which technically I'm 15% into that book and I'm having a great time with it, but like it's a contemporary romance, so it's just not holding my attention at the moment. Like now I'm like, wow, I really need a fantastical element to keep things going for me, which is wild. But outside of that, I am reading Ballad of Songbird and Snakes because I wanted to read that so that I had all the books read before I went to read Sunrise on the Reaping with Brittany, which we're starting Thursday, and I'm so beyond excited for that. However, I am putting this possibly as my comfort read because it's an author that I have given 5 stars to before, because I've given Hunger Games and Catching Fire 5 stars. Mockingjay was a 4. So like this is technically a comfort series for me, even though this would not be a comfortable book, I would say, because it's literally about President Snow's villain origin story. And I have a lot to say about this book so far. So we're gonna dive right in, okay? Also, I'm on the way home from dropping Lincoln off at Grandma's, so baby girl's in the back. This book, I am not liking. I'm 100 pages in. I'm 20% in. It's a 500-page book. Like, that's insane. I'm not liking this. So, this one follows President Snow. It's the 10th anniversary of the Hunger Games. And, which is crazy because I think, are we in 75th or 100th year by the time we get to Hunger Games? I think we'll be 75th. I think, yeah. Okay, so it's the 10th one. And Snow is trying to become a mentor to one of the girls, which I assume means that he already won a game, or maybe they changed how mentors worked. I don't exactly remember how that came to fruition. But his family is basically really poor, but nobody knows that. And he needs to have this coveted mentor position. And he ends up getting chosen to basically mentor the worst person in District 12, like the girl, Lucy Gray, or Lucy Baird, or whatever her name is. And he has to mentor her. And like, this book is already starting off rough because of the way that they treat the tributes. It's crazy, which I guess makes sense. Because like by the time we get to like, you know, the Hunger Games and stuff, they're treated really well. They're fed well, they're like clothed well, they're like all the stuff. In the beginning, they're literally treated like animals. Like they're literally put inside of the monkey cage, like in shackles and shit at the zoo. They're kept like freaking monkeys, which I would say is a little racist, but I feel like the reason she did that is to like equate them to like animals, to like, you know what I mean? So I already am not liking that. And then also, like, I thought this was gonna be like, you know, Snow was a normal guy, and then, you know, things happen to him, like he has a rough upbringing, things all happen to him throughout this, and then he becomes a villain. But like, no, he's just a dick from the beginning. Like, he's the one that bet them. None of these things are huge spoilers. He's the one that like gets them to bet on tributes, and like he's like, you know, just like just talking shit, and he's just not likable from the very beginning. And so I'm just like, okay, why am I supposed to root for this man? I mean, I know I'm not supposed to root for this man, but like, you know, like you're supposed to probably, I assume this book was written so that you would feel for this man and you would kind of understand and get a little glimpse behind why President Snow is the way he is. But all it's doing for me is making me annoyed and go, okay, so he always was a jerk. So like, why do I need a 500-page book about a jerk becoming even more of a literal jerk? I don't understand. This might be a book that I DNF at 50%. However, we will see, especially because a lot of people say that like the beginning is okay and then the end made no sense and didn't need to be there. However, I would argue that none of this needs to be there because we're 100 pages in and literally nothing has really happened. Like they've visited their mentees a couple times, like they were given their mentor. Like there's just a lot of rambling, not much happening, and I just don't care. And so I'm annoyed. But I definitely need to get a lot more of this read today, at least to the 250 page mark, so I can decide whether I'm going to DNF or not. But this girly pop is annoyed, okay? That's where I'm at currently. It's just whatever. I'm planning on getting some tacos this morning with baby girl because it is Taco Tuesday, and then we'll see where the day takes us. But I'm just annoyed. I'm just annoyed with this book. We can't all be bangers. That's my new phrase. We can't all be bangers. Also, his name's Coriolanus, which is fine, but it's just kind of like, whatever. So yeah, that's my update for now. So I'm gonna go get some tacos with baby girl. I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna start cleaning the house, play with little kitty. I need to get some work done today. My goal today for my business was to map out every YouTube video that I want to make within the next year, and then go about actually starting to make them, like based off of like seasonal things, products that I have that need a video to accompany them, like different stuff like that. I would love if every product that I created also had a video to support it. I think that'd be kind of awesome. So maybe that'll be a goal for like the future. But yeah, we're rocking and rolling. We're rocking and rolling. Right, girl? Right, girl. She's so freaking cute. Okay, I'll see you guys later. Hello, friends. Yes, same shirt, okay? I do change. I hardly wore it yesterday when I had put it on because I was filming late at night, which you wouldn't know because my ring light was on. So, if you had to be. Same shirt, same problem. Anyway, an update on my day. First off, I'm having a giant cat allergy attack right now. I'm actually slightly allergic to cats, and the cat, whenever he scratches me because he claws at me because, you know, he's just little and he's scared and stuff, his claws marks and his scratching and his hair gets in my face, and so I've been having an allergic reaction all morning, and it's kind of literally sucked, but this cat is still cute. Outside of that, here's my update on Ballad of Songbirds. But first, what do you want to show the people?
My shield.
He has a shield, so be scared, okay? Again, let me talk real quick. I've been sprinting all morning with Neva, and I have listened to a lot more of Songbird. I am on page 368 out of 517, so I have like 140-ish pages left. I will finish this bad boy today. I have to finish this bad boy today. One, because I hate it so much. I really do. I'm so beyond bored. I don't care about anything. I think Snow's a terrible person, and he's always going to be a terrible person, and you're not going to change my mind on that. And I don't really understand the point of this book, if we're being honest. And two, I really need to get to the Shire so that I can get to Sunrise on the Reaping, because Brittany has already started this. She's like 80 pages in, and she says it's so good. And I just need to read this. I just want to read Haymitch's book. That's all I've been wanting to read since it came out. And I just want to be done with Songbird. I know I could technically DNF at this point, and will I really miss a lot more? No, but I literally bought this book 2 days ago, okay? So I'm going to read it, and then I'm going to sell it, and it's going to be on Pango for sure by the time that you see this bad boy. So it's basically brand new, because I bought it, read it, and I'm selling it. And then that's the plan. And I have not been able to do sightseeing again, because the last 2 books have been 500 pages, and have been books that I have not been sinking my teeth into because they've not been sucking me in, and it's rather unfortunate. It's unfortunate. Baby girl's taking a nap. I just organized all of my bookshelf again because I had more special editions that needed to go on the special editions shelves. So I reorganized a little bit. I'm going to take a break and get some editing done on this vlog especially, because I'm not editing as I go, and that's going to bite me in the butt for later. And then I'm going to go to a little coffee shop in a little bit to take a little break and get some workity work done. That'll be a nice little treat to myself. I am when Daddy gets back. And then, you know, we'll see where the day takes us from there. Is there anything else you want to say to the people?
Yes.
What?
I put it on the shield so I'm not scared, so anything tries to attack me, I can just get them with my shield.
Very important news. All right. We'll check in with you later. Alright friends, good morning. It's Thursday morning and I've been up for a bit. Eloise is with Grandma going to like the library for a music and movement class, and it's Eloise's day with Grandma. So I'm about to go with little man to Target to get a birthday present for his friend whose birthday is in 2 days. We're going to Target and then we're going to McDonald's, and we're eating in McDonald's because Lincoln really wants to do that. So that is our mommy and Sunday.
Maybe we're getting a fish spinner.
And maybe we're getting a fidget spinner apparently because he really wants that. I don't know. But I'm here with a couple of updates for you. One is I finally finished Ballad of Songbird and Snakes. I finished it last night. 1 star, 1 star. Like, I hated this book. I literally hated this book. It's already up for sale on Pango. I need it out of my house. Like, I bought it so I could immersion read it. I am never going to read it again. It was awful. And the end, what Snow does. Unforgivable. Unforgivable. This is literally hot garbage. And so then I was scared because I'm starting Sunrise on the Reaping today to read with Brittany for the next prompt when it drops, which I think as I'm talking to you right now, it literally dropped already. So I need to go look at that. Anyway, I am using this, but if it doesn't work for the prompt, then I'm going to use whatever power-up card lets us read a book that doesn't have to match the prompt. And we're reading this, but I was a little scared I wasn't going to like this because of Ballad, but everyone says that this is significantly different. And I will say, I'm on chapter 3, I'm 40 pages in, and this is significantly different, and I'm loving this. And this has the same Hunger Games trilogy feel, and I can already tell that this is going to be freaking brutal for Haymitch. Like, I don't want to know, I don't want to know what happens, but I do. So, I'm loving this. Loving my life. I'm sure I'm going to get emotionally wrecked. But yeah, we're going to go out. We're going to run some errands. I'll come back in a little bit and we'll see where we are then. Where are we?
Chicken Donald.
What are we going to eat?
Chicken Donald.
I love a strawberry side on the side next to you. No wasting time. Can you tell me the truth? I'm feeling you. Yeah, I'm feeling you. Oh. Tell me what's on your mind. Oh baby, when I lay my eyes on you from afar, I could swear I thought you fell from the stars. Think about you day and night, girl, even when you're not around. I don't want it if it's not with you.
Hello friends, it is Friday morning or Friday afternoon at this point, and I was gonna update you last night and I just didn't feel like getting the camera out if we're being honest, but I have several updates to make for you because I forgot that I had made it to the Shire. But before we had even gotten there, I had submitted a sightseeing book because I forgot I'm beta reading my friend's book. And I've been beta reading it for a while. And so I just sat down, buckled down, and finished the book. And so I marked it on my Goodreads as a different book written by my friend so that I could count it because I did read their whole book and it's like a 600-page thriller. So I did read that. So that was exciting. And then I did finish Sunrise on the Reaping this morning, which I didn't even tell you where we were going. So Leg 5 dropped yesterday afternoon, and we headed to the Wall from Game of Thrones, which was very cool. And I love that I've known all of the references, like, as soon as she starts talking, basically. Like, because I didn't really watch a lot of Game of Thrones. I think I watched the first season, but I watched enough to know what that was. So that was interesting. But Sunrise on the Reaping. Let's have a little talk about this. I feel like I was expecting to go into this like guns a-blazing, best book of the whole franchise, like absolutely love this with my heart and soul. And I loved this book. I gave it a 4, but I wasn't enamored with it. And the ultimate reason is because we already know the outcome. We literally already know what happened to Haymitch after his Hunger Games if you read the Hunger Games trilogy. And so it's really hard to connect to him and the characters in this book when you know the downfall. You know the trajectory. You know what's going to happen. Was it brutal? Yes. Was it so beyond upsetting? And do I completely understand why Haymitch is the way that he is? Also, yes. But was it shocking? Did it make me cry? I mean, books don't make me cry anyway, but like, no, because I already knew what was happening. And so it was just any time that a character, you know, came into play, and like, it was really nice, I will say, to see all of the different Easter eggs of like the different characters that Haymitch is friends with over the years. However, anytime that like a major character came into play or things, I was like, okay, well, they're just gonna die. Or like, you know, it was just a little sad. But I really loved this. I'm so glad that it came out. I think it was great, especially with where our world is headed right now. And so yeah, I loved this, but it was not my favorite. The trilogy, the original trilogy, will still be my absolute favorite, specifically Catching Fire. But I'm glad that I read this. I buddy read this with Brittany, but we didn't really chit chat a lot about it because we were just both trying to finish it before Faceoff. And we did use a power-up card because the prompt was a chilling cover, and this is obviously not that. So I used whatever power-up lets you read any book regardless of the prompt. So that is that. And then we started Faceoff Weekend, which I did print out the game board. So basically, you roll 6-sided dice and you go wherever you want. And so I already did my roll, my first roll. And so I will insert that clip here. My memory card ended up full, so I don't know where I stopped. So I'm going to start from here again. I rolled a 3. And so I moved up 1, 2, 3 and landed on this portal, which means that I go to any other portal, transport, and then roll again. So I went to here, and then I rolled my next roll, which you're about to see. And I got a 1. So my options were either recommended to you by a friend or a new to you author. And so I went with a new to you author. And I have already read and finished the book, which is fine. But I read Sanguine by Sierra Simone. I have never read a Sierra Simone, and I've been wanting to for a hot minute. I have her whole Priest series, and I own several other books by hers, and I just haven't gotten to her yet. I know Brie loves her, so I feel like this is kind of an homage to Brie for, the Amazing Readathon. But this was in a very short vampire and priest/vampire hunter romance. I needed more of this. I feel like we just got to the good stuff and it said the end. And I was like, no. I need a whole book. I need a whole book of this. I loved this. It was the perfect smutty time. It was steamy. It was fun. I get why people like Miss Sierra Simone. So I definitely need to read a full-length novel from her. Maybe I'll read Priest sooner than later now that I've read this. But because of that, I have no idea where I'm going to go from here. So I'm going to do my next roll now and let you see it. And then I guess we'll talk about where I'm going to go from there. So the paper kind of got smushed in the printer, and I could print another, but I don't want to right now, so I'm going to use this as my little marker. And once again, I rolled a 1. So I can either go to under 300 pages or has your favorite color on the cover. And I don't know which way I'm going to go. So I think I'm going to look through what book I would be reading next, and then we'll go from there. Okay, so I figured it out. I sat down and looked at books that I had been interested in. And I decided to go with has my favorite color on the cover, which my favorite color is blue. And so I'm pulling up my Kindle color so that you can see what book I went with because the cover is primarily blue. And I'm going with Evidence of the Affair by Taylor Jenkins Reid, which is one of my favorite authors, and I've been meaning to read her backlist. Apparently this is just a bunch of letters between, I think, 2 people that are getting divorced. Maybe not. Never mind. Oh, it's an illicit affair. Ooh. A desperate young woman in Southern California sits down to write a letter to a man she's never met, a choice that'll forever change both their lives. The correspondence between Carrie Alsop and David Meyer reveals piece by piece the painful details of a devastating affair between their spouses. With each commiserating scratch with a pen, they confess their fears and bare their souls. They share bewilderment over how things went so wrong and come to wonder where to go from here. Told entirely through the letters of 2 comforting strangers and those of 2 illicit lovers. Oh my gosh. That sounds... This is going to be a good time. And the audio is for free on Audible as well, I'm pretty sure, because it said read and listen for free, so I should actually check on that. Good morning, friends. Okay, it's Saturday. We have a lot to update on. We just have a lot, okay? I had Bible study last night. Before I did that, I had left off with you saying that I was going to read Evidence of the Affair by Taylor Jenkins Reid. And I certainly did read that. I listened to it as I was cleaning, and I gave it a 5-star. I love Taylor Jenkins Reid. I've only 4 and 5-starred everything that she's ever written. This was just really interesting. So, like I said, it was just 2 letters from 2 people whose significant others or spouses were having an affair with each other. And so it was them, like, helping each other through the affair. And I just loved it. It wasn't anything, like, special. Should it have been a 5? Probably not. But, like, I just loved it. And I had a great time with it. And I just love how Taylor Jenkins Reid writes. And I also love that it's in, like, the Reid verse. Like, it's within her special world. Because, like, they were listening to Daisy Jones and the Six at one point. So I loved it. Then I rolled again. And I decided to go back up to new to you author. And so because of that, yeah, I rolled another 1. I had the longest time figuring out a book to read, and then I found one, and it was kind of odd. And it was called Riding the Headless Horseman. It was like a 50-page, smutty, Sleepy Hollow retelling. Was it well written? No. Did I have a great time with it? Yes. So I got a 4. It was nothing to write home about. It's not great literature. It was something. It was something, but also I really am a hoe for a Sleepy Hollow retelling. I really am. If it has Sleepy Hollow in it, chances are I'm gonna eat it up. I just have always been obsessed with that sort of thing. So I liked it. I had a good time. And then I was like, oh, I should update the vlog. Alas, I didn't. I rolled one more time. And I landed on a portal. So then I portaled over and I rolled again. And I moved around and got to an author you've read from before. And so I finally read the sequel to The Perfect Child by Lucinda Berry called A Welcome Reunion. And here's my qualms with this book and with A Perfect Child. The Perfect Child is literally the perfect evil kid book until the end. It is so beyond good, so fast-paced, so interesting, and I love evil kid books. Like, that is my bread and butter, okay? I just do. Because I'm obsessed with the Bad Seed movie. And I was like, this is going to be 5 stars, best book of the year, I love this. And then the ending happens, and you're reading the book, and all of a sudden you turn the page and it says the end. And it's not like an ambiguous ending, it's like a what the heck, like, no, the book does not end here. This is not a good way to end the book. It feels like she just stopped writing and never came back to finish the book. I gave it a 4 because I enjoyed it so much, but really, the ending kind of tanked it for me, and it kind of only actually sits in my real head at a 2 because I'm so mad. So then I was like, okay, the sequel. It's the little kid has grown up and there's stuff going on. Unresolved stuff, obviously. I'm like, okay, we're going to get our moment, our day in the sun. She does the same exact shit again. She does it again. I'm reading and all of a sudden it says the end. And I'm like, do you not know how to end books? Do you not know how to end this series in particular? I feel like I'm going to have to read... Actually, no. She does know how to end books because I've read another book by her called Saving Noah. And she ended that book beautifully. So it's just this series that she doesn't know what she's doing. And so it very much aggravated me. But the problem is, I was hooked the whole time. It has such bingeable writing. It is so beyond good that I was just mad. So I ended on that. I have no idea what my rolls are now because I only pre-rolled that much. So I'm going to roll with you live now and see what my next book is going to be. But I'm probably not going to get to read a book right now because I'm getting ready to go take my son to his friend's birthday party. So we'll do it after that. But we can roll for now. All right, here we go. A 3. Okay, so now I'm going to pan over to me doing this. Okay, so I'm right here and I had 3. So I could go a couple of ways. I could go 1, 2, 3, go to under 300 pages. I could go 1, 2, 3, go to person on the cover. I could go 1, 2, 3, your favorite genre. Is that the only ways I could go? Oh, I could also do 1, 2, 3, person on the cover. Yeah, I need to make a decision. So I will pick a book and then come back to you. You know what's awesome? When you don't press record. Okay? Are you gonna let me talk, little kitty? Okay, so we'll see if he stays in my lap or not. Anyway, as I was saying, I'm here with a lot of updates for you because it's the end of the day and I need this vlog to go on. I read a book for sightseeing, which I'm not going to tell you because it was my last Battle of the Booktuber book that I had to read, but it was worth more points to do it for sightseeing than it was for Faceoff because it was like a 500-page book. So I submitted that for the 200-point category for a book with a morally gray character. And then the last roll that you saw, I didn't actually read anything. Because when I tell you that my friends told me last night about a show called The $1 Million Secret or Secret Millionaire on Netflix and it's brand new, and when I tell you that I binge watched all 8 episodes with Lincoln today, that's what I did. If you haven't heard of that one yet, it's basically 12 strangers in a mansion and one of them has $1 million and they have to try and keep the $1 million throughout the whole game by doing like challenges and tasks and there's all these things and they can keep losing the money and the money shuffles from person to person and honestly it's really intense. And the final challenge that they had to do, the one dude really messed up. Like I was like, dude, you didn't strategize at all because even I knew what you should have done to be the one to keep the $1 million. So he really effed up. That show is so good. I can't wait for season 2. But because of that, I didn't read anymore. But you know what, honestly? It's fine. I want to get back to reading other books. I have a feeling that right after Face Off, a new prompt is going to come through, and I already finished Sunrise on the Reaping, so I'm ready to go. I would love if it would be the shorter book one, like read a book that's shorter than the last book you read so that I can read Victorian Psycho. But we'll see if that's the case. But anyway, thanks for watching this vloggy vlog. If you got to the end of this, let's put a bird emoji because I read like Sunrise on the Reaping, Mockingjay, all the things. Let me know if you're participating in TAR, how many books you ended up reading for Face Off. I ended up reading 6 during the time of Face Off. Face Off, which I think is really good. And a special thank you to my patrons. I love you. You are very much my favorite people. I mean, everybody's my favorite, but y'all are extra special. If you're ever just interested in joining my Friends Theme Patreon, we have exclusive content, extra planning, all of the things, let me know. And make sure to follow me on all social media platforms under the name Rainy Blue Reads. And with that, my friends, I will see you in vlog number 3 for the Amazing Readathon.